Ladies, we are back. This is video 2 with some more coaching on how to achieve your fitness model body, or how to get faster results in achieving your fitness model body. So we're using the pre-fatigue principle. We're doing an isolation exercise followed by a compound movement so that we can get more fatigue in the muscle, more muscle adaptation, we can get faster results, and we can create that beautiful physique, that beautiful looking body. So listen, the next one we're doing is shoulders. Now, to create beautiful looking shoulders, we need fullness. The shoulders divided up into, the shoulder cap is divided up into 3 muscle groups. That's 3 muscles in this muscle group. We've got front, side, and rear. Now the rear is the one that is quite hard to hit. So I'm gonna actually give you the pre-fatigue principle for the rear delt, and that's gonna be our focus, the small muscle at the back of the shoulder. These 2 exercises, they do work the traps and the shoulder, they work everything, but the focus is gonna be the back of the shoulder, creating that beautiful looking full shoulder. So the 2 exercises that we're doing today, that first one, the isolation, we'll talk through, they're quite simple, easy to do. I just wanna show you how to set them up, and then off we go. So the first one, the isolation, is with a cable machine, and the cable machine needs to be set up in a shoulder height position. So you should be able to move your cable machine, and that's the position that I've chosen for myself right now. And you also don't want to choose a weight that's too heavy and your form goes out the window. So I've chosen a nice little weight for that. I can show you how to do this. Really, really good form. Remember, what an isolation exercise is a single joint movement. Most of the time, it's a single joint movement. So I'm going to show you how to use a single joint, which is going to be my shoulder, and I'm going to open up the joint, activating the back of the shoulder, the rear delt. So here it goes. I love to cross the cable over. So here, one hand and the other hand. You can use handles, that's okay, but I find that when you use handles, the attachments tend to rub against each other more easily. So just for the enjoyment of the exercise, I kind of like to just use this, and I encourage my clients to do so. Here we go. So this is the movement. So you can stand with your feet under your hips, keep everything nice and still and stable. Tense the muscles in your body. Don't just be relaxed while you do this. Tense everything so that you don't move. We want to only use one joint, don't move. And the positioning that you want to stand, the further away you stand, the more it's going to work your rear delts, and then the closer you stand, the more it's going to work your traps. So you can choose a position that's comfortable. I like the slightly further away move position. So here we go. So we go nice and wide. Try to touch either side of the room when you do this, and then bring your hands back. Don't let them cross. Change direction. So look at the tempo. So we go out here, look at my elbow and the tempo. Elbow is slightly bent, tempo is like this. 2, 3, change direction, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, change direction. 1, 2, 3, change direction. 1, 2, 3, change direction. See? Body is stationary, and only the shoulder joint is doing the movement. That's going to work the rear delts. As I was saying, you've got to look at my elbow. The elbows are not locked out. Slightly bend the elbow. You're not using that joint. That would be using the joint, where you bend and straighten the joint. But to unlock means that you can really focus on squeezing the rear delt or the back of the shoulder. Once you've done your 45 seconds, in my previous video, I explained about a 45-second time, whatever that equates to in reps, it's 45 seconds is kind of like what you're aiming for, with a tempo that's out slowly, 2, 3, out slowly, 2, 3. And as I'm explaining this to you, because I've done it so well, and I've done it so well in the past, I can actually feel the rear delts filling with blood just after those few reps. So it's an excellent one for you to do. Now you move directly into the next exercise, which is a side upright row with dumbbells. So I've got my dumbbells out. We do 45 seconds of the first exercise, 45 seconds of the next. Straight away, remember it's 10 to 15 seconds, don't wait any longer. If you can move faster, move faster. And while you're standing, same thing, body stays still, pull the elbows up, really, 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 really high, squeeze them together and bring it back down slowly. Here we go. no jerking. This is a mistake. To do that is a mistake. Everything's still squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is the tempo that you want for this exercise. Pulling, squeezing, down slowly. Pulling, squeezing, down slowly. With that exercise, it's important to try to take your elbows up as high as possible. Don't lean over. Elbows up high. If you practice this without the weight or with a very light weight, so that you can feel it working this back of the shoulder, the rear delt, that would be probably the best way to do it before you start your supersets. So they're not supersets, your biceps. These are biceps where you take 2 exercises of the same muscle group. I will teach you about supersets in the future, but biceps are used when you're doing the pre-fatigue principle. Biceps, where you go from one exercise to a next exercise, but working the same muscle group. That's what the bicep means. So, as I said, when doing this exercise, the side upright row, we want to not lean forward. Okay, so we're not focused on the back, we're focused on the shoulder, the back of the shoulder. Upright position, pull those hands up underneath the armpit, squeeze your elbows together, and again the tempo. When we pull, we go up, then it's 1, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, don't rest, change direction. Up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you think about it like that in your head, 1, 2, 3 at the top, then 1, 2, 3 on its way down. You don't have to count the upward movement. It's only about 12 inches. Pull. Don't worry about that. Just pull it back up. Hold 1, 2, 3. Slowly lower. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, the time under tension. I'll teach you this in the future, but there's a concept called time under tension. How long that muscle is under tension. So we want 45 seconds roughly on the first. Straight away moving to the second exercise. 45 seconds again. Because it's a compound movement, you should be able to get a lot more out. So it's okay to fatigue that muscle before. That's what we want. That's the purpose of this. This is actually an advanced training method. I use a lot of this when I work with my clients. That's why they get such great results, because it's not bog standard, do 5 reps, rest, do 5 reps, rest, or do 10 reps, rest. There's so much that goes into developing that amazing looking body. So this back of the shoulder, rear delt combination is another beautiful way that you can start to work on improving the way your shoulders look. And hopefully with some consistency, you'll be so thrilled when you start to see the development happening over the weeks to come. There we go. Video number 2 in the pre-fatigue principle video series. Have a great day.